Alright, a little bit of sudden change of lighting here. So continuing on with these video reviews, today I'll be reviewing Top Spin, Blackout, and Backfire. But for this review, I'm going to be focusing on Blackout. So let's get rid of these two guys for now. He's a Cyberverse Commander class figure, so yep. These guys, I've been really impressed with the detail on these guys. They have far better paint apps than the bigger classes. And what I notice is the bigger class you get, the less paint apps you're gonna get. I guess that comes with the Dark of the Moon line. But anyway, so he looks really cool. He got some landing gear. They're just there. They're just there to keep them stable or whatever. They don't roll. Again, great paint apps. You got a little bit of yellow detailing there on the windows, which is cool. I got a Decepticon symbol there in the front. You have some nice silver painted details here. These kind of just stick out as kibble. These obviously are his hands. These are just like unpainted pieces, which eventually come his feet. But just seeing that kind of silver there is actually pretty cool. All working rotors. So that's cool. He does come with his little buddy Scorponok, who's made of entirely soft plastic, except for this part here, which becomes his barrel for his kind of semi target master mode or whatever. His tail's articulate for particular reasons. But yeah, he's cool. Very kind of a dark gray paint app with some silver. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Transforming him gets confusing. It took me a few transformations for a Cyberverse figure. It took me a few transformations to get used to how to transform him properly. So forgive me if I get a little bit sloppy. So anyway, you just want to start off by let's collapse the rotors here, because you're gonna have to do this anyway. So let's do that. Part this here and split, which becomes the arms. Split them. Ow. Alright, so just split them, and then right here, just stop right there. And then you want to take these pieces, and they're on the double hinge, so make sure you hinge them out all the way, like so, like that. And it's a really tough hinge for a little guy. Okay, and then bring out his legs. Bring them out and down, rotate them that way. Did it again. Okay, fold his feet out. And this is basically like silver plastic with this paint painted over it. Weak ass ball joints. One of the negatives about this figure, and I'll talk about that once I get into articulation. So do that. You want to rotate this piece, and this has basically no clearing, so you have to have these things swung out like that. Otherwise, this will just be a pain to transform. So you have to, after you do that, fold in this piece, bring the arm down, and rotate the forearm to the side. So fold, flip down, and rotate the arm, and then tuck that back there. Bring the chest piece down. Make sure nothing's in the way. Bring that chest piece down. And luckily those blades are like softer plastic. And there's Blackout, pretty much. And I'm not going to stand him on the glass surface because, for one, it's glass surface, so it's going to be a lot harder for any figure to stand. And two, his hip joints absolutely suck, so you can't stand him up anyway. Jeez, that kind of gets in the way. Okay, so yeah, well, let's stand him up real quick for size comparison. He is a smaller Cyberverse Commander class figure. So here's Ironhide, which I thought was a smaller figure, but he's actually a lot bigger, taller, rather. From the head height, he's actually a lot taller. And then here's Optimus Prime, and I could have swore Blackout, or at least the character that was up in Revenge of the Fallen. I could have swore this guy was a lot taller because Optimus Prime was small enough to climb on him, chop his head off, and like climb down. So yeah. And then for the hell of it, here's a Legion class figure. So head height, they're the same. This guy just has more mass to him. Alright, so there you go. Now his articulation, head is static, although I feel like it moves a little bit, but could just be because of oh, there's a little bit of wiggle there. Okay. Double hinge here, so you can use that to your advantage. Ball jointed elbows, ball jointed shoulders, hinge elbows, and not just a hinge, but you also have a swivel here at the forearm. No waist articulation. You have ball jointed hips, which are very weak and loose, which makes standing him up a pain in the ass. You got a hinged knee for transformation, and you also have a rotation because of transformation. And the feet are on their own hinges because of transformation as well. So pretty good articulation, I guess, but is it effective? Not really sure. I've tried to get this guy in some serious poses, but he just can't hold them because of the weak ball joints on the hips. So yeah, he does look nice though. I like the way he looks. Like, he's got great paint apps. He's got some molded detail there. If you can see that, if you can make that out. Again, emphasis on the great paint apps. Even the face sculpt is pretty good. Well, whatever you can make out of that. But he's got a great face sculpt. Arguably, in my opinion, this is probably the best representation of Blackout. The only problem is that he's small, but this is probably the most screen accurate representation of Blackout as you can get, unless you go get that custom figure that I saw online. But yeah, so he's pretty cool. The only thing is he sucks at standing up. He's got some features going on for him. This little rotor thing actually folds out to become that bladed weapon, that rotor weapon that he has in the movie. And Scorponok, which I mentioned earlier, is like a kind of a faux target master. So you've got Scorponok in his Scorpion mode, and you can flip him out. Oh, I forgot to mention he can clip onto Blackout. Where is it? Oh, see, there you go. There's this clip point here, so you can use that to clip on any weapon, or you can just use that to clip Scorponok on there, like so. So just like the Voyager class figure, you can clip him on there. Sorry, so wanted to add that in before I forgot. So yeah, you just take this little piece here, flip that out. This peg will go into that hole there, and then now you have Scorponok as a blaster type of weapon, and he pegs into his Blackout's hands like so, just like that, or is it like this? Not really sure, but it pegs in. I've never really done it, honestly, because it kind of looks stupid to me. I'd rather have Scorponok stuck as his little scorpion mode. But if you can get any other Transformer figure that has a hole that big to hold Scorponok, I guess that'll work too. So that's pretty much it. Overall, I think this is it's a great release, but I probably wouldn't pay retail for it. He's got way more negatives than he's got things that are good for him. So if you really want to get this figure, I'd wait for like a clearance sale or something like that. And there's always clearance sales, or not even clearance sales, but just sales in general on the smaller figures. Like Target had this thing where these smaller basic figures were like $6.99, buy one get one. I think it was free while supplies lasted or something like that. And well, that sale might be over now, but by the time this video is out. But just keep a lookout for sales. If you really want to get this figure, wait for a sale. He's cool, I like the way he looks, but I don't normally display him outside of the box because he sucks at standing, and there's not very many poses I can get him into, even for a basic figure. So yeah, there you have it. Thanks for watching. On to the next review.